one moment. So, like I said, whoa, check out the nice new sign. Hi, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except, you guessed it, the weekends. And I use my custom-made, homemade deck to divine the best possible path for you. We are 7 days away, guys. 7 days away from me ending my goal. So guess what? Until the 11th, we're going to be streaming all the way up till the 11th. So that's right. I'm going to be breaking my weekend rule. This weekend, we're going to be doing a special event for the 11th, which will be the last day you guys can do anything with my Kickstarter campaign. Now, listen to me, guys. I have $800 left to go. Most of it I am putting up. Okay? I'm putting up most of that money. I'm putting up everything except $800 of that money. I'm asking you guys to come support me to show me that you guys actually want this deck to be being. Now, the only thing is this deck will still be a deck I will give people, but it's going to take a little bit longer if I have to worry about the Kickstarter stuff, because I spent the money to fix things like my new stove, my plumbing, nice new sign, nice new setup. Yeah, I blew through the money. We smoked a lot of pot. I'm not going to lie, guys. It was the best month of my life. But we got a lot of the things that we caught up on bills. Things that you guys would think you would, when people say they win the lottery, when people like me win the lottery, we pay shit off. We make sure all of our bills are paid first, and then we go spend willy-nilly the things. And I did do my fair amount of giving away to some very special streamers out there. So, it's going to be a minute, guys. So this is the new setup. Hopefully you guys like it. The new sign, new everything. So that's what we're going to be doing. Well, the wifey's coming in. Run, 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 the wifey's coming. Help, help the wifey. No, not the wifey. And I know what she wants. First, she wants a cigarette.
Yeah.
Then she wants me to make her a joint, which I will say, hand me the stuff in the cabinet that's right there, and I will make you a joint. I put it in there because I didn't want to
Forget where the fuck it was.
Exactly what she said. I don't want to forget where the weed went to. This is all the weed we have left, guys. And this is a combination of apple fritter and what was it called?
Zapitos or
Zapitos or Zachitos with a little bit of tobacco mixed in to make it last a little bit longer. Here you go, sweetheart.
Thank you.
And now I've already got my 320s because it's a 420 episode, guys, in case you got it. See the green leaf is out there? That means we're having a 420 content creation. So just as your fair warning, I am now imbibing cannabis, which increases my gift 1,000-fold. I do not sugarcoat anything. So as of this moment, butt kick mode is already in action. If you get God cards today, you will be shown them. So Alka, you are the first one in chat. First one to get the cards of the day. Thank you for being patient while I do my whole introductory thingy, showing off the new sign and everything. They went all like, whoa, and I went like, yeah, whoa. And they were like, cool. So that's the end of my, I have money still left in the bank. I'm not hurting for money still. But yeah, brutally honest level. When am I not brutally honest, Alka? Really, when am I not? Now, a caveat to that fact is now you think I'm holding back when I don't do cannabis, okay? I do it the same way. The only thing is now the filter is gone, okay? So there is no filter. There is no, let's put this to them in a nice way filter. Let's put this into a way where my humanity comes out. No, it's full tilt kitty, straight from the horse's mouth. Get your asses in gear. You better listen up, buddy, because we're going to kick your ass today. You want the ultimate brutal level? Well, you got it. Let's, Alka, I don't know if I've done this for you yet, but have you had a journey layout yet? Have you, Alka? Have you had a journey layout yet? Do you want a journey layout?
Hey, young lady, want to go on a journey?
Wife is teasing you. Also 6 and 19. Okay, well, that's fine. We got your numbers now. That's all I need. I need a yes, you want to go on the journey layout. And if you don't know what that means, I have to explain to you. If you didn't need me to explain to you, well then, that's fine. And we'll move on forward from there. So let's just get to the major thing of it. Do you know what a journey layout is? Yes. Please explain for the first time hearing, I believe. Okay, let me see here. I gotta find something here.
Your brain?
No, that's not in here. As much as I wish it was in my ears, it's not here. Okay. Okay, give me. I have to find something here. Give me a second, because I'm just that unorganized today, because I haven't done this yet for a while. So it's like where did I put this? The where did I put the layout so that I can actually show you the layout. So now I'm like, where did I put it now in my whole documenty thingy? So give me a second while I try to go find out where I remember putting it. Not. No, that's not it. Home. Okay, we got. Maybe it's a none.
Your candle thing is out.
I know, I put it out for a reason because it was starting to feel like it was going to crack ass on me. And I didn't really feel like cleaning up, piles of wax on my body right now. It's kind of a hurtful thing. I don't want it to happen, guys, just in case you. Okay, now where? Oh, there. Maybe it's in here. Oh shoot, do I not have the fucking copy of it? Oh. Okay. Okay. So, thank you for your patience there, my friend, my lady. Okay, as you see on screen right now. Okay? So this is the journey layout. I don't give this out very often, guys. So this is a one-of-a-kind reading that I do give on my private reading. So if you guys ever want a private reading, this is the one you guys get. It's the most extensive reading I give to anybody. You want to talk about a message from your higher power. You want to talk about getting your ass kicked. I hope you're really ready for this one. So here's how this works here. You've already thrown me your numbers, so that's good. That stays the same. That doesn't change. There are no God cards this time. This whole thing is a God card message. So buckle up, Buttercup. You're in for a hard ride. So what we do is we take you on a journey. We take you down each and every one of these paths, but you do get to choose some of the choices along the way. So the first two choices you don't get. You get told about your past path, which is all about your past victories and defeats that you've made up to this point. But what do you need to start to do to move forward? So it's kind of like what do I need to start to do in my life to move forward? That's what this card reveals. Then the second card, the way path, is all about, you guessed it, what am I waiting for? Am I waiting for the answers to come to me? Or is it time for me to get up off of my ass and make a choice here? What is holding me back from making a choice? Or why do I need to give this choice a think? The way path is all about you taking appropriate amount of time to think about your choice and decision, not just jumping head first all of the time into it, but sometimes saying, what logical and emotional decisions do I need to make? And this kind of tells you where you might be stuck at. Then you have choices to make. Buttercup sounded funny. Yeah, well, you know what? There used to be a saying back when I was a kid, when people said the old buckle up, Buttercup kind of a deal, you better buckle it up there, young lady, because I'm going to take you on a roller coaster ride, and if you're not buckled in, off to the stars you go. So then I'm going to take you down one of three different choices for you, okay there, Elka? I'm going to take you down either your hard path, which is one of overcoming an adversity, getting to your goal as quickly as possible, but you know what? You do get to your goal a lot quicker, But when you do, you have to take a nice little break afterwards to let it soak into your life. You make it over all the obstacles that are in your way to get there. That's why it's a harder path. Then we have the unseen, the easy path, which is one of what small goals do I need to start to make along the way? What goals do I have to start to set for myself? What one step at a time of approach do I need to start making in my life? So the easy path tells you what goals you need to start setting, just like the hard path tells you what you need to go after. Then we have the unseen path, which squishes both of those paths together, but it's definitely one that you have to start to face that fear that you've been trying to face your whole life. You have to cut through your own bullshit basically to see where the path will lead you. And that's why it's called the unseen path, because it's not really hard, it's not really easy. It's one that you make yourself and that you forge going forward. Now, those are just the three choices. Now, you go down whatever choice you choose first. So if you choose hard, easy, unseen, we still go down each and every one of the cards, okay? Second choice or last choice that will be presented to you will be whether you want to choose your home path first or your leap of faith path first. Your leap of faith path is all about what fears you need to take a giant leap and get over yourself of. And this card tells you where those fears may lie within you, and they may review what you need to do now. The home card is all about what you need to bring within yourself or get rid of within yourself. And that's kind of telling you where you're at as far as on your own personal journey and path. Then we have the wandering path card, which is the last and final card you don't get a choice of, and that tells you all about what you haven't thought of or chosen yet, that you have yet to consider that might be along your path. It's all about where you're wandering to. You don't really need a plan, an action, a direction, or any of that stuff to get where you're going. You just need to go with the flow and let life take you where it's going to take you. Wander, as you are not lost, you are just wandering. Okay, and then that's what all I got there. So you got the hang of all of these. We got the answers to that. So now you understand what that's all about. Okay, we're gonna just get rid of that now. So now we have your numbers, and now all I want you to do, Alka, is think about what you're going through in your life right now and what you want to know as far as where you're at in your journey and what you would like to know going forward. Just keep that in your mind as we start to roll these cards in, okay? So here we go. 1. If cards pop out of the deck this time, they do not count, okay? So that's just a 1. They don't count. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, and then we've got the 19th card on top. Now, just so you know, we always take the first card that came out of the deck. That's your Wandering Path card. Now we're on 19 now. That's your past, present, hard, easy, unseen, home, leap, whatever way it goes, okay? So here we go with your reading for today there, Alka. Grab your coffee, grab your tissue, grab whatever other thing you may need to compose yourself with, because this sometimes does kick some major ass. This is your last and final warning. I will warn you this only one more time. Yeah, there's a reason I warn people. I love you guys. I'm not trying to hurt you. Yeah, grab your gum. All right, give me a second. Let's let her go grab her gum and all of that fun stuff too. Okay, and then when she's ready, I know you're just playing with me, but let me know when you got your gum ready. Sit down for a spell of listening. All right, because this is gonna wake you the fuck up. Are you ready? Say ready. We'll go. Now that I'm all done teasing and everything, yeah. Honestly, just let me know when you're ready. Overall, never worry about stuff. I will always take a B word to ass. I've been ready for you for your readings. Okay, there we go. Here is your first and believing or not what your past is trying to tell you. So this is called the journey layout, guys. This will take a little bit more time. So please, if you guys got to go grab something to eat or to go do some self-care for about 15 minutes, I guarantee you will at least take that long. So, but check back in. I will give everyone a little bit more time to come back in for their reading. So just like Nicole and Sweaty, just remember you're in the queue. I'm going to get to you. Once you're in line, I will get to you. But this one takes a bit, so okay? And for Elka, today is the day she kind of really needs this one because she's been on the teetering little teeter-totter ride right now, trying to discover what beautiful parts of herself she still has within herself and what ugly parts she has yet to work on and don't know why she can't get past or get moving beyond those things. And the thing that you've been working on recently within your past is kind of coming to terms with the, do I look at my past as that ugly old weed that I feel like I have to pull out of my life so that I can start to say, now I need to plant a new future? Or do I need to look at that garden once again and say, you know what, those are actually kind of pretty flowers. They kind of made it through the hardest to harshest winters, and now look at how beautiful my garden is. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what we're doing with self a little bit, and recognizing that, coming to that terms and that resolution between the past and who you are now, and realizing that that ugliness was always a beautiful flower, and you were always come on in, and always a part of that journey that you were on. What do you need, my list?
Nothing.
Okay, just double checking. So, now that you are working on this inner stuff within yourself, and now you're going through that resolution point where now I understand that the fertilizer that was my life before, now I will do my very best. Just send me a DM so I can remind myself. And I will also do this for you. I'm clipping this right now. So this is Elka's reading right now, clipping it. Right now I just clipped it so you know where to go back to. Don't be afraid to, guys, do that yourself. Marker it, clipper it, whatever is going to be good for you. So now I clipped it for you just in case, okay? So, back to what I need to tell you about the passing. So we're falling into that resolution portion of our lives now. We've resolute that what we had. Yeah, woohoo, cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Lurking with the wife and coffee. Hi, wifey. My wifey's over here. Enjoying.
Hi, wifey.
Hi, and she says hi, wifey, back. So wifey to wifey says hi. Hi. Okay. Now, moving on to you there, Elka. And why this is important before I move forward from this, okay? And this is where I need you to hear me here. Stop looking at yourself as the ugly flower. You were born a beautiful flower. You were always meant to be a beautiful flower. Nothing can ever change the fact that you were a beautiful flower. Why people look at you and say, that's an ugly weed, that's on them, not you. So stop giving yourself the bullshit stories and thinking that you're the one who's the cause of the problem here. It's not you, it's them. You're not the one causing the issue here. They are. Stop giving yourself the excuse train and give yourself that much needed one step forward into your future by saying, fuck you, I am beautiful. I am that beautiful dandelion that brings that sweet, sweet, sweet taste of wine onto the palate, that brings that nutritional vitamin C into my body, that does all this wonderful other stuff by giving pollen to all those other bees and creatures that need it. You've got a lot of beneficial things going on there. Maybe it's time you stop looking at all the shit you used to go through and start to realize that the one step you need to start taking forward is, I am a beautiful flower. Moving on to the next step here. What is your weight path trying to tell you? And I don't think this will be any shock to, it won't be any shock to me, but it may not be such a shock to you. You think you've got your shit down when it comes to your shielding work. You think you got your shit down? You have no idea how bad your shielding is right now. I can feel the holes from here. When was the last time you gave yourself an honest to good aura cleanse? A sacred bath to clean your whole aura off, or your shower to clean your whole aura off? When was the last time you gave yourself a good old fashioned let's renew the spirit kind of reawakening shit again? Because it feels like you left your coat somewhere in a closet rather than going and putting it on all of the time. It's collecting dust, and we're wondering why it's collecting dust in there. You have a perfectly good shield you know how to use. Why aren't you using it? You need to put that protection back on yourself. The reason you feel so stuck right now is because you don't want to go outside in the bad weather. No one wants to go outside in bad weather. Honey, do you like going out in bad weather?
No.
Okay, if you put you out there, do you want a jacket or something like that to protect you?
Well, yeah.
Okay then. So why aren't you going outside with your protective gear on that's protecting you from the outside negative shit? Where is the accountability that you need to start holding to yourself? What about daily meditations to start clearing myself off? What about giving myself on a time and a place to honor the Lord and Lady or the whatever I worship? What about honoring myself? Giving myself a day off from the chaos, the kids, all the other shit that's going on in my life, and just do a me thingy. You don't think that this stuff is important, but it is. You need to put that coat of armor back on before you go anywhere in your journey. Because you want to talk about a harder path, go out there try going outside trying to light a fire in the middle of a snowstorm with one match and very soaked wood. Now it's possible to do this. I've met Boy Scouts who can do it, okay? But unless you have the skill to do it and you know how to do it, you can't do it. Once you have obtained that knowledge, if you don't use it when you need it, and I say that with all the utmost respect to the world, Elka. I think you understand exactly what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to school you on right now. So, now, Elka, you have a choice to make. Do you want your unseen path to be revealed, your hard path to be revealed, or your easy path to be revealed first? Which card do you want to see first? Oh, yeah, well, you're going to see them all. Which one do you want to see first? No, you choose. No skirting these choices. You have to choose. Easy, hard, or unseen. I don't choose for you. I'll sit here all day long. Guys, we'll be here while she doesn't decided she didn't want to have the reading that will give her everything she wants. Yeah, I thought that would help you a little, make it more decision-making tools. So your unseen path is this. That's time for you to realize just how much potential you have inside of yourself. That you haven't given yourself enough of a good look and said to yourself, what good qualities do I already possess? What already was made up within me from the time I was born, at least born as the person I wanted to be, maybe not the person somebody else wanted me to be, but we're not talking about any old person here. We're talking about the potential of what we knew we could become one day. When people told us we couldn't do this, we said, sure, wait. Well, just wait and watch me do it. And then, however long it took me to get there, poof, here I am, just like a bud on a tree who has to open up their leaves little by little by little. You don't need to rush the story along. You just have to allow that leaf to open up. When the sunshine comes, you soak in the sunshine. When the rain comes, you soak in the rain. You let it wash you clean of your own shit, and you allow it to replenish your own wonderful wells of water that you need within yourself. You take that sunshine in to help yourself grow. Longer, bigger leaves, you come out, and poof, one day you become a full-fledged leaf, ready to live a full cycle of a leaf. Guess what? You're going to die someday and you're never going to return. You're a leaf. Okay? So guess what? That means you have to use the potential you need to be using now before you have no chance to use what you have available. So, what is your unseen path? Well, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't leave people alone during their journey layout readings. I beat up on you constantly, and I remind you exactly what you needed to hear today. Do you want me to stop or continue? Anyway, but no, yeah, indecisive isn't that. But you know you have potential to become. Your unseen path is you need to get over that fear of failure and start to say, I can grow through those failures. Even though I may fail, failure isn't failure. Failure is you not trying, okay? That's real failure, okay? You trying and not being able to accomplish the goal, that's not failure. That's you learning something today, okay? We learned something today. That's what we did there, okay? We didn't fail. We learned that that way didn't work. Now we have a different understanding of maybe how it works. Now we can apply different new tools to it to make it work. Is it possible for it to work? Blah, 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 all the in-betweens. So now you have a harder or easier path to choose ahead of you. Do you want an easy or a hard path today? Right or left? Whichever way you want to say it. Give me right, give me left, give me easy, give me hard. Just don't say pick that one. I'm like, okay, we'll sit here for a while until she says which one is that one. So, what is your hard path trying to tell you? That the hardest thing for you to do right now is put down the swords and surrender. That you think you're losing by surrendering. That you think you've lost if you surrender. That you fought against this beast your whole life so hard, so much, so long, the war has gone to the way of the dodo birds. You don't even know why you're fighting anymore. You just keep fighting because that's what it's expected for you to do. So why can't you put down the swords of both of those dualistic personality parts of who you are and start to make friends with your enemy and start to work out a peace treaty rather than a let's destroy each other until neither one of us exist? Why can't we just come together and work together as a team? Why can't positive personal me start to work with negative personal me and say, hey, you, how can we work together to be this team rather than these people who are fighting at each other's throat all of the damn time? What's the hardest thing for you to do? Stop fighting with yourself already. Just go do what you want to be doing. Stop worrying about whether or not it's going to fail. Just do it, see where it takes you, and when you get to the end of that journey, you can make another new choice. Congratulations, you play the same game we all play. So maybe that's something you need to start to wonder, is that what I need to start to do to be more determined in the path that I want to choose myself? So we only have the easy path left. Fortunate for you that this portion, what does this mean for you as far as the easy path goes? Well, you are deciding who this person is right now, Alka. Alka Love. We say these words online like they don't mean anything, but the name we choose online is the name of our truest one self. There are a mask and then there are true masks. We don't have to hide behind anything here. We give ourselves a name, we become that person, we are that person. Now, what does that mean? I have to have the idea of who the unknown prophet is in here before I can come out to here and say, hey, Elka, today I'm the unknown prophet. I do readings, blah, 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 and all that other fun stuff that goes along with it, right? Well, I have to become that person every single day. I choose to be the unknown prophet every single day. Just like you need to choose to be the next person who's going on next. You need to say, who do I want to be? And maybe I do need to go through a little bit of labor in order to become this new birthed person. You're going through a labor process right now for a reason. You're going through these difficult times so that when you come out and face the world again, now you have all the strength that you need. You have all the resistance already built up because you already got through the hard times already. Now all you have to do is go and grow and be taken care of. As long as you can accept that care. Who do I want myself to be? It's time to start talking the talk, walking the walk, and doing the do. I can no longer just think it, I have to become it. Now we have your last two choices for you to decide. Do you want your home path first or your elite path first? Last choice. That's all. This is it. This is the last choice you have to make. Everything after this is easy peasy. So, do you want your home card first or your. Okay, so we want the home path. So, what do you need to bring within yourself or expel within yourself? Why are we talking about leaves? Your life has been like a cycle of a leaf. Always beginning, always living, always ending. It seems like you keep going through the same renewal cycles over and over again, and you think it's a bad thing. How about this for a basic 2x4 to the head? Maybe you should stop looking at that as, oh, the bad thing happening to me and the opportunity the universe just provided me to do something new and different I didn't think I was capable of, but oh, look, I am capable of it. Oh, wow, what did I just do? I just manifested my own reality. I just manifested everything I needed together to become the kind of person I wanted myself to be. I have to accept that I have to move through the changes. I have to be a new spirit every day, rebirthed as the person I choose to be. I have to live that life for today. I go to bed and I leave the past behind today as I wake up in the morning, renewing my spirit once again as a brand new me once again. And that is what you need to start bringing within yourself, embracing the cycle, embracing all of that. And maybe that's just some much needed clarification and much needed, just sometimes just giving you what you really needed to do, some confirmation there. So, what is the fear you have yet to face? Ah, the old I can't let my emotions out for everyone to see because I'm afraid it'll scare too many people card, huh? I don't know how to share all these bent up, hidden emotions within myself because if you saw that, you'd really run away. Because I have to give you this warning of major destruction in wake if I should ever let the dam break. Okay? Well, it's time to let the dam break already, Alka. It's time to let the rain start to fall. Whether you choose it to be light, happy rain is up to you. Whether you choose it to be the deluge, I'm going to flood the world kind of rain, it's still up to you. You are the sky in control of the world. That is what you are dealing with every single day. You, like I said, have to choose about that one raindrop you have yet to release. Just the one, the big ass one, the one that does almost flood the world. Now, make sure you understand that that's going to come out one way or the other. One day it will come. One day the floodlakes will come, the dam will break, and then you will be in an emotional mess, which I don't know how long it will take you to put that back together with. But if you don't start releasing the pressure behind the dam soon, that thing's going to burst in ways that will mess your life up. And I'm warning you, don't let it happen if you don't need it to happen. You don't need that lesson if you really don't need that lesson. But letting it out in a controller way where you get to say when these are appropriate for you to let them out, well, use them to your advantage. You're angry, use your anger. When you're sad, use your sadness. When you're happy, use your happy. Yeah. Dam is going to become a damned dam. Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's blocking you for reasons. Why do you think you feel so stuck? Well, someone forgot to leave the pressure release valve on just a little bit lightly so all of that stuff could actually get out every once in a while. No, we didn't think about letting the pressure release valve on, did we? No. Now it's going to come terms where we have to run down there before it bursts. And then we have your wandering path to consider. So what do you need to start to do within your life that you aren't currently doing or should be doing a lot better of? What do you need to start wandering and doing more of? The thing you need to stop worrying about the most is how you're communicating with the world sometimes. You need to start to accept the communication being given to you. Whether it comes in physical, mental, or spiritual form, you aren't paying attention to the messages that are trying to be given to you from your higher power, from your highest self, from everything that's going on. Everything that's been in your reading has been about one thing. I need to rediscover the beauty. I need to put my shield back on. I need to realize my full potential. I need to realize that I have to lay down the swords. I have to become the person I say I wanted myself to be. I accept the changes that are moving within myself, that I'm going to leave myself in this moment where I'm going to always be going through a constant change of life, death, and rebirth. But I have to allow myself that fortitude to be that kind of person who lets all that crap out so that I can communicate more effectively with all the things that are going on in my life. And we want to talk about what we're going. Let me say that one more time so we're paying attention. This is where we go, the clipping moment. Okay, here we go. One more time for you, Elka. The flower. You have to decide whether you're beautiful or not beautiful deep inside from your past. Can you look at it as you have grown into the beautiful flower you always were? Or do you need to put on that shield again to remind yourself just how powerful you really are and remind yourself just how much you have yet to put this back on in life? But where do I take this from here? I have to remind myself I have the potential to become everything I want myself to be, as long as I can put down the swords and stop fighting with myself and become the person I say I want myself to be, by accepting the change and the growth that my life has been telling me I have to change and grow with. I have to accept I'm always going to be in this cycle of life, death, and birth and renewal. But if I can learn to use it effectively, I can use it to make my life be what I want it to be. I will allow this pressure release to come out in nice, healthy ways and still get my shit out and still get my shit done. Because now if I'm communicating all of this stuff correctly to myself, my highest power, and all of my life that I want to go on here, that's what I truly need in my life to get back on the path I choose. And that is your journey layout reading. Any questions at this point would be my only question for you, Alka. And we're going to move you out of the thing. But before I put the cards away for right now, and we're going to get ready to have our 420 hit for right now. How about if we have a joint? So are we ready then? Is that good, Alka? Do you need any more questions answered honestly before we move forward? Yeah, I'm just making sure there wasn't any other questions you might have had with this reading, or if there was anything else you wanted to know. Okay, then. That's all I wanted to make sure before I moved on, because it is a big-ass reading, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't something else that you kind of wanted to know. So that is called the journey layout, guys. That only happens once in a great blue moon, live on stream. So I'm going to cleanse these cards off to go back to my normal general readings now. So God cards are back in play. They are now, butt kick mode is enabled, so you get to see them whether you want them or not. And then we have Nicole with general guidance for this month. What are your numbers? 1 through 10, shuffle. 1 through 52, answers are in that portion of my deck. While I continue to shuffle here and open this window just a slight bit. So while we wait for Nicole to give me her numbers, I'm just going to take a smoky break here. We got numbers, so let me finish this real quick, and then we'll get to your reading there, Nicole. How have you been, by the way, Nicole? Has life been treating you holy smoky better, or holy smoly crap, you let me out of this godforsaken planet already? Yeah. Here we go with your reading, though. Here are your 6 official shuffles for your reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got a couple God cards too today. We'll get to those after the reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. A card is now on top. General reading for the Nicole Smith today. And what do we need to know for Nicole today? Nicole. Changes are coming for Nicole. Well, Nicole, that the thing that I want to talk to you about is that, yeah, I know things, how bad things have been. And that's what I want to talk to you about. The reason you're going through all of this crap right now is because we needed to move you. You weren't moving, so we had to find a way to move you. Period. You weren't doing it. We tried to get you to do it in a nice, gentle, easier way. You refused to move. We wouldn't move. You wouldn't move. You kept not moving. You refused to move. Guess what? The universe said, fire under butt under fire. Either I sit here and get my ass burned or I move. Guess what we're doing now? We're moving in the direction we need to move, but that means we kind of have to deal with the shitstorm a little bit. What you need to start to do now, Nicole, is this is the moment that you can finally be free of all of it. And I mean all of it. You want your life to be a new start. You want your life to begin again and be new and brilliant and beautiful like you've always wanted it to be. Want the shit to stop happening to you. Want the crap to stop coming your way over and over and over and over again in your life. Are we finally ready for it? Because maybe you're not ready for happy yet. Maybe you're not ready for joy. Maybe you're not ready for let it be easy for once. Maybe you just, you say you're ready, but are you really ready? And I'm asking seriously, are you ready for happy? Yes or no? Waiting for Nicole here. Looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up. But I'm going to move on here, Nicole, because, yeah, I know you're ready. But the thing is that you have to bury that which you no longer want in your life. It's time to hold a funeral for that old self. I don't care if you make a cardboard box, you go buy your own little coffin at the Michael's store and you do whatever you need to do to put into it, but maybe you need to write down yourself a note of everything you want to start letting go of in your life and start ripping off pieces of paper out of that journal that you need to start letting go of. Some of those passages you've been meaning to say I need to let go of need to go into this coffin here, and maybe a bunch of all of this toxic mess that I keep running in my head needs to go into this coffin. Then I want you to go hold an actual funeral for that life. I mean a real funeral where you actually go, you prepare the funeral casket, you prepare the funeral pyre, and you get ready to mourn the loss of that life. That's right, we're going to hold a funeral for that old self we used to be. We're going to put it on top of that fire, we're going to light it up, and we're going to watch it burn to within an inch of its all light. No, we're going to burn it away. We need to stop burying things. We need to burn it out of our lives. We need to extinguish it completely and totally. That's what I'm saying. No more burying things. It's time to burn it away. Get rid of it all. It's a fire sale. You know what I'm saying? It's time to dig them up and let's start to really get rid of the problems in life here. That's what I'm saying. We need to let this death go. You keep hanging on to your little gravesite like a serial killer, okay? That I'm trying not to be mean when I say that, but you collect bodies, okay? For everything you've ever felt like you've hurt yourself or hurt somebody else or had some hurt done to you, there's a little spot somewhere in your brain where you've dug a grave for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And now we have to allow that mourning process to begin. It's time to let it go. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. Let's hold that funeral for it and actually mourn the loss of what we want to let go of. Before I became the unknown prophet, I was called Unison. I had two different parts of my brain that didn't know how to work together well. Okay? I thought, oh, if I be the good boy all of my life, good things will come to me. Well, I'm sitting here doing good things and no good things are coming my way. Oh, maybe I need to be the bad boy for a while. Do a bunch of bad things. Maybe I'll get exactly what I want by getting what I want. Oh, that didn't really feel very fulfilling either. Okay, how do I live in my life going both back and forth with that? I can't live like that anymore. How do I move forward? I have to find a way to move together with that part of myself. But that meant that old self that didn't want to work with one another had to die in order for this new person, the unknown prophet, to be born. I took myself back to that. You have to get out of your own freaking way there, Nicole. You let your anxieties, your depressions, and your problems be that big boulder you have to get up a hill. You know the story, right? We all know the story. There's some guy somewhere in a mythical land who's told if he can get this big ass rock up over this hill, if he can accomplish this one thing, he will be set free from all burden whatsoever, all anger, all anything he could think of, all hate, anger, pity, depression, anxiety, all of this stuff. He's told that if he can get this rock up of a hill and over this hill, that he will accomplish everything he needs to in his life. So he fights and he fights and he fights and he fights to get this thing up of a hill. But he's fighting against himself most of the time because he's doubting himself being able to get it up the hill. He's telling himself he doesn't have the capability to get it up over the hill. And you keep trying to push this big ugly rock up over a damn hill rather than just saying, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't want to keep pushing this shit up the damn hill anymore. Step to the left. And then you watch that damn rock fall down into the ravine behind you and start walking up that hill all willy-nilly, going, skipping to the very top, going, do. No more of that shit getting in my way, right? You were told all you had to do was get to the top of the hill. They never said you had to get the rock to the top of the hill. They said all you had to do was get to the top of the hill. You assumed you needed to get the rock up to the top of the hill. You understand what I'm saying here, Sissa? And that's what we have to start to consider is why do we keep getting our own way? Why can't we just let it go and move on and move forward? Why can't we just bury this path? Why can't we just drop this off into the ravine and let it go? And there's a lot of you letting go you have to do here before you can find your future unseen path. Let me tell you that again. We are letting go of the past self, getting out of our own way doing it so that we can find the unseen path. We have to combine an easier way to do it with the already I need to do this portion of our brain. We say to ourselves, what is the thing that keeps getting in my way? What is this death I need to happen in my life? What bullshit do I need to cut through in order for me to say new beginning time? Now that I see that there is an actual path beyond the reeds that I couldn't see before because all I had to do was swing my little tool and go, oh, get rid of the reeds in front of me. Well, guess what I see now? Now I see this path going up before me. It's hard for you to forgive? Well, that's on you then. You can carry that weight the rest of your life, hoping and praying that one day that never happens to you. Because it will come back and bite you in the ass. One day you'll be saying to yourself, now I understand the other person's shoe on the other foot. Because you'll do the same thing to somebody else someone did to you. Well, you get to decide your path. Make it easier for yourself and make it something you're more determined with by cutting through your own bullshit, which you know. Start to say, I'm trying, and start to say, I'm going to do it. No more try. There is no try, do or do not. There is no try. Okay, Yoda, very wise man. Okay, you have to mold yourself into being what you see yourself becoming. You have to take your soul in the palm of your hands and say, look, I want myself to be Nicole Smith, Now, if we're talking about the superstar sex symbol, or are we talking about the Nicole Smith who can be the best version of herself? Not anybody else, but the best version of herself. Whether that's famous or not famous, are you the best Porsche person you've ever wanted to be? The most fulfilled person, the happiest person, the person who finds joy in challenges, all the stuff you say you want your life to be, you have to put that in the palm of your hands and you have to work on it and start to make it into a shape that you can start to say, oh, wait, I see that this person is not here anymore. I am a new person now. Let me shape myself into what I've been. I've let this crap go. I'm not getting in my own way anymore. Great. I can keep going forward, keep moving into a new direction. I can find my own unseen path by getting rid of all the crap that used to hold me back. And then I will mold myself into the space I need myself to be. And then we'll think we're done. There's a Q for a reason. Exclamation point join. And if you want to know where that list is, exclamation point list to find out. And today is a special day of what you really need to start to do, Nicole. And these are your God cards. You have two of them. You need to bring all of the good things together that meant something to you together into one focused goal or dream rather than trying to filter out the bad shit. You need to start to light the light within yourself that's going to filter to the rest of that world. You have to bring what you can into that world and strike that light. Then you have to celebrate that light every single day as if it was your best day ever, because the cauldron of change gave you the fire you needed to start to add what you wanted to your own recipe. What a day to celebrate indeed. All right, now we have Sweaty. Sweaty is in the queue. Sweaty, calling Sweaty to the old reading room. The reading room. I'm gonna take a swig of my coffee here. Get my old hydration in here.
Actually, coffee dehydrates.
Okay, I'm gonna dehydrate myself with more coffee, as the wife just pointed out to me. I need to do a cleansing shuffle for you first there, Sweaty, so... But first, we approacheth a moment of silence in honor of all the potheads out there who have yet to wake up and take their first puffs. Okay, so here we go. It's time for Sweaty's reading now. We got 7 and 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the 30th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 30th card is now on top. And we have a one God card message for you today there, my friend Sweaty. Sweetie, sweetie. Yeah, you know what I mean. So what do you need to know today about this whole situation that you're talking about here? Okay? So, you want to know how you're gonna know when your guy is with you, right? And this is what I kind of want to say to you on this whole thing of where you're gonna feel the senses. This is kind of what you will feel when you're around the right guy or the right person, okay? And you're not going to do a lot of this stuff. This is the stuff you're not going to be doing. It's going to seem like this is what it's going to be easy for you to do. It's not like you're going to sit there and wonder if it is this person. Once you have that look in my eyes moment and have that real soulful connection between the two of your eyes, and you think about it for 5 seconds, this moment you stop saying to yourself, this couldn't be too good to be true. I have to start seeing the good thing that is true and is good to be true is finally here. That's what it will be about. You will feel this overwhelming sense of calm, and you won't be thinking about it overly a lot. It'll be a thing you won't have to think about. It's going to be something that's going to be a very quick, instinctual, heart-stringed moment for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like walking out of the darkness for the first time, and you kind of get blinded at first until your eyes adjust, and then when you finally go, oh, how pretty it is outside, that's the kind of moment I'm talking about. Okay? Rather than wondering what's on the other side of the door, we'll finally see what's on the other side of the door, and you may have more than one choice in front of you. And I want to say that because you may have more than just one person who you could end up with. There are a couple of them. There's at least 3 different gentlemen that I'm seeing and feeling that you could end up with. Different experiences for each person, depending on what you decide to do next. That's the thing you're starting to do right now. Exactly. And that means deciding what bad you're doing it already. You're taking a look at all the attributes of those guys who did treat you bad, and you're saying that's not the kind of guy I want. Now I see the good guys that do match the stuff I do want, that don't do the stuff that I was just thinking about. Now who matches my idea of a person? Oh wait, isn't there that one person in my life who means a hell of a lot to me, who does all this stuff already, or that I really want them to do? It's just because I have said to my words I can't see them in that way. That's the only reason it isn't happening right now in my life. Is there someone like that in our lives, Sweaty, that we're just not recognizing? Always there, always wanting to be a part of our lives, always making an effort, always trying to show us just how much they care. Because I'm feeling like there's already someone in your life right now who would love that position. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a couple other ones yet to be found, have yet to find. Right. And you just want someone who will love and honor you and trust you. You have to learn to put back your coat of armor back on because you don't want to get hurt the same way, right? So we're relearning to put on the I am worthy of this kind of love now. This is the coat of armor we are putting back on. The sleek card is saying, hey, don't go outside without that coat of armor on. Yes, be a little bit protected, but not so guarded you're protecting yourself from love either. You know what? You can overly protect yourself too. If I'm so guarded going outside of that door and I don't show who I really am, when they fall in love with the fake me and I finally reveal the real me to them and they suddenly disappear, I want to know why. Because they fell in love with the dream. They didn't fall in love with the person who was really meant to be there. That's what we're getting over now. Can I put that coat of armor back on again? Right? Can I put that positive shield back on me? Can I believe that I am worthy of this kind of love? And trust me, it works. I had gone through the shitstorm with a woman who could not love me back in return. For almost 7 years, I fell in love with a woman who couldn't love me back in return. Even though I changed my whole look, I changed my whole attitude. I did everything that I can do to make this person love me. They were never going to love me. They will never, ever love me. I'm glad they never did, because when I finally realized what love actually looks like, and I'm married to her for 18 years, and trust me, it hasn't been easy those 18 years, but it has been beneficial. We've grown stronger every year. We've improved every year. We've done better and better at it every year. Do we always get it right? Hell the fuck no. Who does? You know what I'm saying? But you have to start to listen to those inner guides within yourself. That inner voice is telling you, maybe this isn't the moment to find a person. Maybe the person I need to find is the love within me first. Because it kind of feels like you still have a little bit of the I need to love me portion of the game to go. That you're really not as ready as you think you are to find that extra person. No, you're trying to find someone to fix you. You're not trying to find love. You're trying to find someone who can fix you. You want someone who will fix you? I'm sure there's a psychologist out there who will be a lot cheaper than trying to date somebody, falling in love with someone, getting your heart broken, getting your heart having to re-healed after that one, finding another guy to heal yourself from that person, and maybe then finally you listen to your heart and find the kind of guy you've been looking for your whole life. Or maybe you can be a stubborn weirdo about it and keep passing by the one guy who keeps saying to you, I want to be there, I want to be a part of your life, but hey, I couldn't see it that way because I'm the dumbass who can't see it that way. You know? So, can you start to trust your intuition, that inner guide within yourself? You know what the universe is doing for you right now there, Nicole? They're giving you all the answers to the prayers in which you are seeking. They're providing you a multiple different choice pool in front of you. That means you're going to get a mix of good versus bad people in that mix. You still have to go try all of those tools and see which one will work for you. Now that we have a baseline for what we don't want, we know what not to look for now. Now we're not going to look for these kind of tools. We're going to look for better guys, better reasons. Guys like me who want to be a part of a relationship, who already have their shit figured out, and if they are working on shit, they don't need your help to do it. Okay? You need to stop pissing and getting off of the pot and waiting for just choices and decisions to happen for you and start making some goddamn choices. Put your positive shield back on and get your ass back out there. Maybe if I started walking the walk and talking the talk with this positive I love me attitude and I am ready for love attitude, maybe that wonderful, brilliant, beautiful person you've been waiting for would finally come find you, because they will listen to the music you are playing and follow it like Piper time straight to your doorstep, and then they'll come a knocking on your doorstep. Hopefully you're not a dumbass for 3 months like me and don't pay attention when they finally show up on your doorstep trying to flirt with you. Okay?
No shit.
And then you have your God card answer, and I think this is exactly what you need to hear. It's time to extinguish the old flames not serving you any purpose any longer. You've left enough of that fire shit out there burning your world down time and time again. It's time to extinguish it once and for all and put out those fires so you can work on the one fire that you do need to concentrate on. You know, that one. The one you've been waiting to work on. The one you said you wanted to be working on. Well, guess what the universe is trying to get in your way for you to realize? Maybe it's time to work on the real me, not worrying about the how a person can fill me and make me feel better about me. I'm just like you. Well, you know, I'm saying we are both hard on ourselves, and we're our worst own critics. We are. We are our worst own psychologist, worst own doctor, worst own everything. We don't do it very well for ourselves very well. We can give all the advice we want to give, but when it comes to listening, sometimes it takes a very unique, special, beautiful woman or someone like that to point out when you're being a dick.
Yeah.
And that's all you're trying to do, Sweaty, is you're trying to discern what parts of life you want to accept now as reality versus that. You know what I'm saying? And it's you making a choice. Do you continue to live in the same crap over and over and over again? Keep filling your bucket back up with the same kind of sludge water you've been filling it with? Or do you empty out the bucket, you give it the old-fashioned scrubby cleaning kind of a deal, and you start putting new fresh water from a different well in there? If you don't want the same bad tasting water, stop filling it with the same bad tasting water. And you know what I'm talking about. Maybe they're friends of the friends of the friends of the people I didn't want to be with in the first place. Aren't the kind of pool of guys I want to be seeking right now. If like attracts like, these aren't the guys I am looking for. These aren't the guys I am looking for. You know what they say? Alright, so B, new girl. Welcome back in. Why is your another mother-in-law? Blah, blah, blah. We can't accept the truth. Reading for you. I'm ready for it. I hope you're ready for it too. I told you the last time there, be new girl, that the only reason things aren't going forward is because all of that energy that you keep sending their way, the reason your life is in such a stagnant motion is because you can't let it go and let them live their damn life already. But with that said, yeah, and I love you, and I'm gonna give you your reading. I see your numbers. Let's see what the cards have to say. Maybe they're telling me something different today. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's exactly what you need to hear is something different. So what is? I know you're living your life, but are you? Because you keep. Well, then if that's why you're here, then accept your role and allow yourself to live in that role. That's all I'm saying. If that's what you're here to do is be the antagonist to this whole thing, then accept your role as that and stop whining about all the other stuff you can't do until you're done dealing with it. Either get it done and deal with it and make it end up. Okay, is it clock tower time? Are we getting that desperate? I hope not. Be new girl, give me your numbers though. We'll answer the question of the impending person of doom. I do not have a lot of coffee. I forgot to get some cream and sugar, so now I don't have the right.
What? Oh.
10 and 1? Okay.
Could I have a little? Thank you.
All right. And now, here we go. Your 10 official shuffles there, be new girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards for you. Let's see if we can answer what you need to do to get what you want. Because the other answer hasn't been working. Maybe we get you what you want. Maybe we just tell you what you need to hear in order to get the kind of result you're hoping to get. Okay? Well, did you or did you not put a real end to it? Or did they make you think you put an end to it so you could start to move on? Well, you know what? But part of you allowed it to happen to you too because you sent out the negative energy to them, allowing their threefold magic to come back to you threefold. So just remind yourself that you were the mirror, their mirror too. So whatever you were putting out all that energy towards them is bouncing back at you. So some of it, most of it is you doing it to yourself. Maybe 10% of it is them trying to do something to you. But honestly, you're more powerful than that. You need to stop giving yourself such a I'm weaker than they are kind of attitude and not worrying about that. Well, that's the best revenge. Okay, let's get to it though about what you need to know about the whole brother-in-law thingy, you know. And like I said, saying it though out loud is different than going home and then thinking about it in a negative way. Do you understand the differences, right? The universe is hearing you say one thing and think another. Now the universe is wondering what your true intentions are when you're asking for things are. I'm not even going to tell you what my true will and intent is, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. That's what the share card is about. You want this to work? You want this to finally end? Then there's something you need to share with the whole situation and put it in black and white, plain and simple, 100% full on tilt kitty, showing you exactly what's going on here, wake up call kind of situation. So you want this to happen, right? You can leave it open if you want.
Okay.
As long as I won't bother you. If I bother you, just close it. And sharing the right kind of information with yourself and giving that right information out there. If you put out the right information to the right people, this wouldn't be a problem anymore. Law enforcement can get involved. People who would protect people from abuse, you could get people involved that way. There's a lot more you could do to really make this happen. It's just you don't know if you're willing to go that extra mile and suffer the consequences of losing your relationship for the remainder of your life, and then he goes find someone who's 10 times worse and never ever gets out of that one. Okay? Or does he decide to finally do it out of his own power and finally get out of his own self, then finally breaking the cycle and making a note out and doing all of that? He has to find a way to bring two different worlds together. He's fighting with two different parts of himself. The part that's strong, the part that's weak. He's finding a way to walk in between both of those worlds and trying to find a way to exist in a world that doesn't always make sense. Or it makes sense, but the rules are stacked, the game is rigged, and I don't know how to find that balance within myself. How do I use what's being given to me and make it the symphony? How do I use this to manifest what I do want in my life? And as you see in his life right now, he's trying to find that balance. That means recognizing some of the bad stuff that's going on, recognizing it, moving that into new, different places, right? So we're moving it from one thought to a new thought, letting it rest there for a second before we make a decision to either go back to the old way or go to a new way. I know you're not giving up on your bro. I'm not saying to give up on your bro. I'm saying that's what he's going through, and that's why you aren't getting the thing you wanted to get. You have to let your brother find the balance within himself, the power within himself, the destiny he needs to fight for, the fate he needs to start to accept that he has within himself. That's all I'm saying. I know, but yes, it is about him. Yes, it is about him. You think it's about her, but it's really about how much you love him. And it doesn't matter what she thinks. Because I know, but that gets, okay, so you want to know why that's happening, right? This is the reason why it's happening. They're sharing the information of what's going on because they're keeping each other apprised of the situation. You think it's talking behind your back. They just think it's talking, okay? They are trying to find a way to bring balance to the whole situation. Can I get what I want? You get what you want, and everybody get what they want so I can continue to live my life. Can I find a way to find balance within that? What two worlds do I need to bring together to make that happen? Maybe there's some of that working on right now. Maybe there's not. But more than anything, how do I walk in my own world that I create is the point of the unison card. I wasn't one world I could walk in or the other. Now I had to find a way to integrate all of the parts that I do want to happen in my journey and make that be the light I focus on rather than any other light. So the harder and harder you fight it and want this to end, the harder and harder she fights for it not to end. Because it's that resistance, that resistance equals resistance, And it's all about the why she's talking behind your back, because it feels good to do it. Quite blankly, it feels good to do it. It makes her feel superior to you. It makes her feel like she's above you, donating back to her self-confidence where she can't get it anywhere else. Her whole happiness is dependent on your misery. And I'm sorry, if you're giving them permission and power over your energy, the only person who's in charge of that is you. So keep telling yourself that they're doing something to you. Okay? Keep telling yourself that because they're not doing as much as you're doing to yourself. and you're donating all of this energy that you're trying to get to them bounces right back to you, and that's why all of this stuff, this is why it won't end, this is why it won't continue, that's why your brother can't find his way, that's why this keeps continuing, because it's more of the same old crap. I've got to prove you wrong shit, and I refuse to lose, blah blah blah. And she's the kind of woman who's just that petty that she'll stick on for the remainder of her life just to prove you wrong, kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's not whether or not you give them power or not, that she's exerting her power over you. What are you going to do about it? Okay, she makes one more mistake and then he forgives her again. What are you doing then? What if he refuses to walk out of her life? What if you never convince him that he's in the wrong relationship? He dies with this woman in her life, and there's nothing you could have ever done to change it. And now you're spending your whole life trying to break them apart. And now your whole life goes down the toilet because you spent every waking moment trying to ruin theirs. Well, then that's exactly what you need to start saying yourself. It's not my problem anymore. You need to let them live their lives. But then you keep coming in here and then you're asking me questions like you're asking about the how she's feeling about you, how close are they to breaking up, all of this stuff. And whether you realize it or not, you were at that moment, you were sending out that signal to the universe of what this is what I want. I want them to have a bad relationship. I want them to be broken apart. I want them to have lots of negative things happen to them. Nope. You haven't. I will call you out, and and as you start to give them that power over you, because hate is a power over you. The more you hate somebody, you are giving that negativity out to somebody. The more you feel that that person is doing you harm and hurting you and holding back from you, even if it's, unless it's real genuine harm, like you've ruined their lives, genuine harm kind of stuff. I'm not talking about the I stepped on your toe in chat kind of a deal and made a dumb mistake typing something or saying something. You know what I'm saying? Then you're not human. Okay, I'll stop accusing you of hating then. Then you're better than all of us, because I am the most compassionate, kind person you will ever meet, and I have hate in my heart. If I said I didn't have it, well then, be new girl. I love you enough to say this to you. If you don't like it, you know where the door is. I know you love me. I love you back. But you know this is what to expect when I'm in a 420 mode. So I will see you on a day when I'm not high then. Go somewhere else, come back when I'm not high, and then you can be a part of the stream then. Okay? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be, but, guys, I'm trying to help you here. If you don't like my help or don't think I'm helping you, you don't have to sit here and listen to it. Well, like I said, maybe I'm assuming, but I'm telling you what I'm intuitively supposed to be telling you. Whether it's, and I apologize for that, Peanut Girl, but I'm, okay, then I take it back. I take it back, and I've assumed the wrong thing. It's not you, it's them, and all you have to do is be that mirror and shine it back at their asses then. If I'm wrong, then all of the stuff that's coming your way is for a different reason to change you in a different direction. That's all I want to put it out there as. I apologize that I assumed the wrong thing. Are we good? Okay. And like I said, I apologize, Peter Girl. Not trying to lecture, but I am a little bit of a lectury guy. So I apologize to Be New Girl. They are a VIP here. I didn't mean to offend them, but I guess I did today. I'm going to do that from time to time, guys. I'm going to step on someone's toes. I'm going to make a thing that, is, and I'm going to have those moments. So when I have these intuitions and these feelings, come with me. Jada, we're going to get to your reading next. Before we do this, just want to say this, guys. I am not a professional psychologist. I am not a doctor, a lawyer. I am doing this as an intuitive person. I'm telling you what I intuitively feel I'm supposed to tell you. What you choose to do with this information is in your own hands. You have the right and the responsibility not to listen to me, to do what you want to do with your life. You can decide you want your life to be better. You don't need my permission to do that here. Okay? And if you want your life to go a certain way and you want things to happen in a certain way, then do whatever it takes to make that happen. I apologize to Be New Girl for being rude and making assumptions, but I believe that there is a part of you that does. Whether you want to say yes or no to it, I believe that there is a small bit of you that does. Whether I'm assuming it's as strong as I thought it was, I just think you're human enough to know that there is a little bit of you that do not like these people. So hopefully that's a good enough apology for you, but I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can, guys. So. Jada, throw me your numbers if you're still willing to get your reading, guys. Throw me your numbers. Throw me, if you guys haven't been here for a while or first time chatter, this is how it works here. I will ask you to pick numbers here, 1 through 10, of how many times I shuffle my deck for you. This is my homemade custom deck that I am trying to publish right now. I have a Kickstarter campaign. We are 7 days away from completing that goal. And now I try to give you what I brutally, honestly want you need to hear. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can be okay with being wrong. You know what? I do this for free. I'm not trying to charge you money here, okay? So, I'm not trying to make you be anything. Yeah, you can ask any question you guys want. I will do my very best. I see your numbers in chat, so I'm going to get to your official shuffles. 1, 2. Okay, I already have 2 God cards. 3. Oops. Oh, no. Okay, that's 2. Here comes 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And that is your 10 shuffles. Here is your 24 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. I've been here long enough to know how I am. I'm not going to apologize for who I am, guys. That's why I have the warnings I have on my site. That's why I do all of that stuff. I just kind of wanted to say that because... And did I count 24? Jada, I'm sorry, I had a stoning moment. Did I do your 24 count already? If I haven't, I will count 24 cards out. If I've already done it, I will just lay them out. But I'm going to let you... Okay, so I shuffled. I counted. Okay, so here are your readings. Thank you. I'm sorry, but I kind of got, like I said, a stony moment. So I'm not going to apologize anymore. I'm going to move on. Because, like I said, these aren't, it says right in the description, blunt, brutally honest tarot readings. I will tell you what you need to hear today, or what I think you need to hear today. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to earn a living doing this. I'm doing this because I want to be here. I want to be doing this. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be listening to me. There are lots of other tarot readers who will do a very much way better job than me. Trust me. Okay? But let's get into what you need to know. So you want to know how Sasha feels about you, right, Jada? And the primary feeling that they have with you right now is they see that you are a person who has still much more left to become. That you're trying to find what your meaning of life is, what your potential in life could be. That you're trying to find a little bit of yourself here and there and stuff like that. They kind of see you as in search of the I want to be better and have a place where I can grow. I don't necessarily want someone to fix me here. I want someone I can grow alongside of. We may be on the same branch, but we're different leaves. You know what I'm saying? We're not the same leaf here. We're different leaves, but we're on the same branch and the same path here. Um, just like you were telling me, it's time to stop apologizing for it and start to play the I forgive you and they forgive me kind of a portion. Automatically assume they've already forgiven you until you know otherwise and forgive them for whatever they've done to you. That's the first most independent thing you can do. Then we move on to the new growth part. Now, what do we need to start to bring into this little potentially what we want it to be thingy? Now, some of the old tools weren't working, so we got to wash ourselves clean of those old tools. That opens us up just a tiny bit more. Then I've got to bring in those positive attributes that do want us to be moving forward. Oh, look at my leaf getting all nice and poofy, poofy, poofy. And then I realize, hey, we're here on this branch together, living through the cycles of life. And that means we have to find a way to come together. We have to stop being at war with what we feel. I wonder if there's a way to fix this here. So, sorry about that, guys. Trying to fix my thing a little bit here. Because that battle within yourself there, Jada, the two different warring parts of your persona, the I am worthy of love versus the I am not worthy of love portion of the game that we're playing here. You're at war with both of those sides of each other and you keep trying to win. Well, each side keeps trying to win here. When you need to go, oh, wait, I think you're pretty. Oh, wait, I think you're pretty. Oh, look, there's the person who thinks we're pretty. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what we need to do. Guess who's back again? Shady back again. Well, yeah, you know. But you understand what I'm saying there. I'm not going to try to go on a tangent. I'm going to move forward here. But what you're trying to do now is the lesson here is what you're going through. You're on the lone wolf journey for a reason right now, Jada. And just like my father, so there might be some fatherly advice. Here's for you there. And for all those else out there, this one goes out for the 420 people of the world. And that means that there may be a father figure right now that could help you with a lot of this, that there's something you need to resolve within that father figure life. In order for you to move forward, you need to resolve this part with either a father figure in your past, your actual birth father, or some kind of a figure of like an adult figure who had kind of like a parenting, more of a father than a mother, or kind of an attitude kind of a deal. And in the beginning, he was a very kind of a recluse. He didn't really like to stick around very long, but he did try to be there as much as possible. The lone wolf is the story of my father is too. He was a very big lone wolf in the very beginning of things. And as he started to move on his journey, moving from one path to another path, trying to find someone in that pack that could make him feel better about himself rather than him finding himself and becoming a part of the pack. That's what he learned becoming the Blue Wolf, was that he had to learn how to call out with his whole heart the emotions that he felt. The good, the bad, the uglies, everything in between that he was holding back, not letting out. His hurt that his son didn't love him, his hurt that he did something to make his son feel like that. You know, all of that stuff that he didn't want to let out. That was stuff that kind of convinced me I need to pay attention. My father is a human being too here. He is a person who makes mistakes too here. I can't be mad at him forever for a mistake I think he made. I assume stuff sometimes. I have a very big problem with that. My brain works in a very big, weird, different way. But my father had to find a way to fix himself. He was trying to find a way to fix himself through family. When the family wasn't there to try to fix him, they wanted to be with him. Like I said, he wasn't trying to be. He had to learn how not to either be the. He didn't have to be the leader of the pack, be the one who has all the rule books and give everyone all the rules. He didn't have to be the follower. Oh, you do the one who has all the rules, and I follow what you say. No, I just have to be there and try to add what I can when I'm here while I'm there. And that's what my father had to learn how to do better. He called out with his whole heart when he finally healed himself and said, "Here I am. If you want me, come find me." And then we came and we found him. We healed that relationship. He healed a marriage. He healed his son's relationships with him. He healed his life because he finally healed himself. And he became that blue wolf who howled at the moon for his family to come to him for a change. So you don't have to be the follower or the leader. You just have to be there, a part of the pack that you want to be in your life, and let the ones that hear your call come and find you. Start to listen to that ancient knowledge. So you and Sasha, right? And this whole question about whether or not you should be, this relationship and stuff like that, right, Jada? So let's get back to the question at hand, right? And what are we going to be doing with this information, right? Well, now that we've supplied you with that ancient knowledge, you already know the answers to the questions you are seeking. We need you to start to listen to that knowledge we've already given to you. We've already given you the answer. We've already given you what you needed to hear, what you needed to experience. Whether you accepted that or not is up to you because you have free will. We can't make you do anything. So, can I listen to that inner voice within myself and trust myself that I'm making the best possible choice for myself while I find my new potential? Where I let go of the battles inside of myself and find a new path forward? Where I don't have to just be a person trying to fix myself. I am just going to be there, a part of that. Whether you love me or not, that's up to you. I love you unconditionally. And I think if you really think about it with your person there, that's kind of what you're going through a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just finding that balance. Let them know how you feel. Let them know that they're always going to have a spot there when they're ready to come back and be a part of this pack again. You're not trying to fix them this time. You just want to be a part of their journey with them. Now, I feel like I have to ask you permission for this one there, Jada, but I do have a couple God cards for you. I know it's 420 day and all, and I usually just show you them, but for whatever reason, I feel like you need to be warned first. And then we got Phasmo is next. Then Senpai is next. So this is your last and final questionnaire. Yes, I have your permission. Okay. So what do you really need to hear today that you really need to hear? You've been asking yourself a question and your higher power has been trying to answer you that question and answer to the question of what you should be doing with some question you've been asking lately. Here's what they're trying to tell you, okay there, Jada? Come on in. You might as well just leave the stupid door open. You're going to keep coming in and out, in and out, in and out.
Okay.
Thank you. So, here is what you need to know today. It's time for you to stop giving yourself permission to fail and start to feel that you are going to succeed. You have to start to see the brightness in the sky that you are. You are the sun of your own world. You are the only one who can brighten your own world up. You have to start to shine down onto everything that you want to grow into your life to be better. You want your life to be better, right? You have to start to shine that brightness into your life once again. How do we want you to do that? Guess what? Jada, today of all days, I want you to take a day off. I don't want you to go into work. I want you to play hooky, and I want you to go do something incredibly recluse and fun today. something you wouldn't normally do that you wish you could just go to. As soon as you're done here today, I want you to turn off the computer, turn off the cell phone, or at least turn it on to safety mode so that if someone needs to get a hold of you for emergencies, okay, fine. But other than emergency situations, it's off, okay? And then I want you to go find your favorite spot somewhere, eat your favorite ice cream, go play on all the fun rides you wish you could go ride on, and go get yourself nice and toasty, nice and sloshy. Go get that a wonderful meal. You need a day of I need to donate back to myself more than a lot of other people out there. You so need a I need to pay myself back day. Okay? You, my friend, you're next. Jada, that's what I'm saying to you. You need this day more than anything. You want to know what you need to do with your life? You need to donate back to your life again. Some of the sunshining, brilliantly beautiful thing you need to be brilliantly in your life again. I wonder what that means. My wife just sits over here and snickers because she understands exactly what they're trying to tell you. And I'm just like, yeah, I've heard that one before. Don't hit me over the head with it, please. And that's what they're asking. Do we need to hit you over the head with this for you to get it? You know what I'm saying?
Or will you just buckle up, Buttercup?
Yeah, or will you just buckle up, Buttercup? I'm doing awesome, RX. Welcome back. All right. This one's for all the weeders out there in the world. I love the weed prophet. You know what we haven't done for a while? We haven't shouted out some of our favorite chatters.
Go for it, honey.
Let's shout out a couple of my people in chat here. Oh. If I can see your name in there, I will.
Could you make me a joint?
Uh-huh. One moment, please, while I make my wife a joint. And this is how we make a joint. We take a cigarette maker. We take a little bit of the green. We go, how much green do I need? Well, we want it to be nice and full and ready. And then we'll get into your reading there. So, Phantom, why don't you throw me your numbers while I get this all toked up for my wifey?
Yay!
And then, after that, we will go into your reading. So throw me your numbers and or question, whichever the case may be. Here you go. Here you go. This one's first. Here, steamed. Here you go. Take a puff. Here you go. Puff, 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 puff. Toke, 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 toke. Well, you have to vicariously live through us.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, all right, here we go. Rock and roll. Here are your 5 official shuffles with your first card in. Here we go. All right. 1. Okay, God cards. 2, 3, 4, and one more. 5. And now we have the 5th card, and you have 3 God cards for you today there, Phantom. And now we have the 5th card. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5th card. What is coming your way? Ric Flair. Whoo! I can do Ric Flair pretty good. Give me a second here. I'm styling. I'm profiling. I used to be able to do it. Water. Drink here.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. This is my best Ric Flair. Whoo! Nope. I used to be able to do it. Oh well. You guys get the idea. If you don't know who Ric Flair is, go check him out. You can Google his ass. I'm styling and profiling. Whoo, yeah. I am Ric Flair.
You're a goofball.
My wife says I'm a goofball. I said, yes, I am. Yes, 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 I am. Okay, so anyway.
Don't you dare change.
And then I said, don't. She says, don't dare change. I said, why would I change? This is far too much fun.
Exactly. You have fun doing it. I have fun watching you.
Ooh, she has fun watching me do it. Ooh. All right, so Phantom, let's get into what you need to know about what's coming your way soon, okay? And it's a big question to ask because you've been standing on the cliff for a while now, Phantom. The reason that you are seeking this new path, this new journey, and a part of the reason that you are seeking the answers to what is coming for you is because you feel it coming for you. And this roller coaster feeling that you're starting to have within yourself, this semi excitement, semi scared feeling, kind of like, you were going up on the on a roller coaster ride, getting to the tippy top, hearing the clicks start to click in, click, 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 and you're almost to the top, and you're like, not ready, not ready, not ready. Oh, it's all over already. Let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, something big is going to be coming your way. And it's getting you ready by building up that forge. So I want you to understand that what you're going through right now seems like adversity. It's not. It's building up your forge. It's getting you red hot for change. It's getting you moving. It's getting you growing. It's getting you angry. It's getting you empowered. It's getting you believing in yourself, going all of this stuff, believing in that this big thing is that I'm ready for this big thing to happen. I've been waiting for this big thing to happen. For the love of God, will this big thing happen already? There's some psychic event coming that we're kind of ready, and you're preparing yourself, getting that forge ready for yourself, honoring what you have used from your past has been your fuel. And now that you've gotten the forge red hot, and now the metal is starting to heat to the appropriate place, which is the soul that you are working on. Now you take that piece of yourself out of the path that you once were, and you need to start to do this, Phantom. Today, above all days, is the day you need to let the past go and die. I mean, it's time to hold a goddamn funeral for it this time. I want you to go find a nice little cardboard box. I don't even have a cardboard box around here somewhere to show you. But you get the idea. Go find a nice little cardboard box somewhere. I want you to make it your grave, your old self grave. I want you to write on sheets of paper, write yourself a nice little eulogy, all the fun stuff that would come with letting someone go. Pretend like you're letting go of your favorite pet, only it's you. Okay? And I want you to let this all go into this little place where you're going to create it. Then take it outside or to your favorite fire pit or fireplace. And I want you to hold a Viking funeral for it and actually hold a funeral for it. I want you to mourn the loss of it for at least a couple of days, at least 3 days. Take some time to mourn what you just let go of. And then it's time to be reborn as the new you, the Phantom. Okay, right? The unknown Phantom. Well, we kind of a unknown brother in here a little bit, but you have to let go of the past and walk into that unknown, knowing that you will come up being the kind of power, being the kind of person you want yourself to be. You have to let that old self die completely for that to happen. Bury it Undertaker style. Well, you know what? If you need to give it the coup de grace and give it the tombstone stomp or whatever it used to be called, the What was it? What was the Undertaker's finishing move? What was it?
I have no
I
idea.
don't remember what the finishing move of the Undertaker was, but whatever it was that thing where he turned you upside down, bonked you on the head. The tombstone. You're right. That's what it was. Well, guess what, guy? It's time for you to pull out your inner Undertaker and use what you have to your advantage. Now, I'm usually telling people to take down their defenses. Maybe it's time to raise the defenses up a little bit. Maybe it's time to show people just how hurt they could get if they get too close and ready to try to hurt you back in return. Maybe it's time to show them just how sharp the edges are. Maybe it's time to let the evil guy out a little bit. Maybe it's time to go more, more, more. Oh, I have a magic red button and an evil red plan. All I have to do is press the magic red button. Boom, there goes the world. You know what I'm saying? But you have to allow yourself the time and the space for you to actually prepare yourself for what you want yourself to be. This whole thing here is you getting ready to create the new soup of you. We've emptied out the ugly old soup. We cleaned the fuck out of that cauldron. We made sure it wasn't full of any nastiness. We put new, fresh, clean water into it. The whole good stuff. Only the good stuff goes into this mix. That's who we were. That's who we are. We're not including any of that other junk. It didn't even make it into the mix this time. Okay, that's one portion. Now I'm going to add let's see. Do I want self-confidence in my life now? Let me add that to the pile. How does this taste in my mouth? Is this a good taste in my mouth? Do I like this, the way this is making my life go? Tasty, tasty, tasty. The secret to any good cook is that they never stop tasting until the moment they're ready to serve that meal. They're always constantly tasting it. They're preparing that meal. They're adding just the right amount of salt at the right amount of time. You got to put that meat and potatoes in to soften those meat and potatoes first and get those juices going before you can add the spices to that enhance those flavors. Then you add your vegetables that you sorely need into your diet anyway that don't only enhance the flavor of what you're trying to put in. You get what I'm spinning here there, Phantom? So who do you want yourself to be? What are the ingredients of what is going to make up this new life? And what do you want to put into the soup of you? How do you want it to taste? How do you want it to be able to consume it? Do you want to bring this to parties and give it to others to be able to say, how do you like this portion of me? Are we going to be fake about it this time, or are we going to be real about it and add the real components this time? So when they do taste me, at least they get the real spoonful of who I am rather than this fake crap I've been trying to shovel down their throat. And then we have your God card answer too as well. You know what I'm saying? And then we have your God card message, which is their way of saying, shut up and listen. Here's what they need you to know about the question you've been asking them, okay? So hear me. You need to start to listen to your inner voice. They are trying to give you the answers you're seeking. But if you can't start to listen to the voices that we are trying to speak through you, if you can't listen and hear us, you can't wield that magic correctly. We can give you all of the power, all of the signs we can give you. We can give you everything you need. But until you pick that stone we put in your place up and you start wielding the magic we put in your way, well, it's time to start to wield that magic the way you want it wielded. We're just asking you to start to use it. Trust that inner guide within yourself. Trust that inner voice that you will do it the right way, the best way for you. Stop waiting around for the answers to come to you. It's time to piss and get off the pot. It's time to take a step forward. I don't care if you have to go back and look at your past again and review all of those past mistakes and or victories you've had? Or do you need to start being more determined with your path, being honey badger, and then maybe accept that you did a lot of hard work to get to where you were going, but you had to kind of let it soak into your life a little bit? Or maybe, just maybe, you needed to make a solid, little easier to digest plan that was one step at a time. You weren't trying to bite more than you could chew. Accomplish one small goal, one small goal, one small goal. 10 steps later, you've reached your goal. But guess what? You got there. It took a little bit longer, but you still got there. Or do you make a path that's right for you by pulling yourself and your bootstraps up, cutting through your own bullshit, and starting to make a path that you say, fuck you for telling me what to do. Fuck you for telling me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And start to put that in there. I have to stop waiting around for the answers to come to me. It's time for me to start to make a choice. Maybe it's time to get angry. Maybe it's time to take all of that which I don't want in my life, put it on my mythical plate. And I'm going to get my mythical ceramic plate and I'm going to write on my ceramic plate all the things I'm angry about myself at. And I'm going to angrily write down all the things I am angry with myself about. Not angry with other people, not angry with other things. And then I'm going to take it outside. And as the last thing I do before I let go of my old self, I'm going to smash this part of myself away so that I let it go and leave it where it belongs, into the earth, where it will do no more harm to anybody. Time to let it out. All right, Phantom, that was your reading for today.
What's he call himself? Unknown Phantom?
Phantom Punk.
Phantom Punk.
Okay, Phantom Punk. But, I get things messed up sometimes with your names, but maybe I say it for a reason, the way I say it. I think you get the point either way. Unleash the beast indeed. Don't forget to do that for yourself every once in a while, okay? Unleash the beast, like you say. I have the power to have the best day ever. Carpe diem. Woohoo, naked free, running time down the field of a football game. Even though I'm going to get arrested, it feels fine.
I'm having the time
of my life. All right. This one feels like a little bit of a hard subject for you, Paul. And, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. Find out.
Uh-oh. They're in trouble now.
Well, I'm already getting downloads, so I'm just like waiting for the cards to tell me the rest of it. Let me clear these cards off for you first, Sen. All right. And then we'll get on to the next reading. If there is another one. Then we'll have some just chatting for a moment streams, right? Oh. One moment here. Okay, there we go. It was just stuck a little bit, that's all. Okay. All right, now we're going to get on to this next reading, Paul, about the mom situation, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And people often wonder how far away I actually shuffle. So here's where the deck is. Okay, down here by this table, and where my hand is, like right up here, maybe like here. So I'm shuffling from about here to there. So I'm always shuffling about that far away, just in case anyone was curious. Okay, and then we have numbers. Who's got my numbers? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the 20th card. So, Sen, what do we need to hear about Mom, right? And I hope you're really ready for the answers to this on what should you do about regarding your mom, okay? I hope all is well with your mom, but something is telling me something is not well with mom. First thing I get from my messages, my guides here, is that this is a very, very heavy subject for you. You're really, really, really worried and concerned about what's coming from mom and stuff like that. And it's going to be a hard time because you know what's coming. You've been knowing what's coming for a long time. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but it's time to start getting ready for that eventuality. Because it's her time coming soon. And what you will gain from this will not be the loss of her. It will be what you plant in honor of her. What you plant within yourself because of her. What she has given you. What she planted within you. Her seed, her part of herself. And as you start to realize that, you have to start to incorporate and start to honor what you can honor. Take what you can take. And what you can't take, you leave with her to carry the rest of the way on to where she will go next. And it's going to be hard, but you know that this was coming. And it means that you have to stop freezing in place and being scared that this is eventually coming. It's already coming. It's already on its way. It's almost to your doorstep kind of shit. We've seen the signs. You can't ignore the signs anymore. I wish I could be the kind of guy who could come on here and give you the fluffy bunny, your mom's going to be just fine kind of a deal, but I don't think your mom's going to be fine. I think she's going to be at peace. That's what I think is going to happen. So when you're asking me what you should do about the situation, I think the situation is going to take care of itself. I don't think there's much you can do other than be there and try to be the best supportive, most brilliant, beautiful person you can be while they're still here. And honor them while they're still here rather than what they did to you or what they didn't do to you. Honor what they are doing for you now, which is just being your mom. They're always going to be your mom. They'll never stop being your mom. Show them what reflected back to them. Show them their life reflected back to them. Show them who you became. Show them who they raised, who they are. Because the last thing a parent wants to know before they leave this world is that their children are going to be okay, that they've done their best job to make them feel like they've done good by helping them become the kind of people they wanted to be with their lives. At least if you have good parents, that is. Maybe you didn't have such good parents, and maybe you have to kind of readjust the thing that you were kind of thinking about and worrying about. Hello, Serenity. But how you choose to show that reflection back to them is a direct approval and disapproval of what they've done. So you don't have to do anything but just stand there and show them, this is who I am. I'm showing you what I've become because of the life that I've been living, right? And how do I show you who I've become? Well, you have to look a little bit deeper here because maybe it looks like a lot of little broken up pieces to maybe you, but to me, I only see the beautiful oak tree that I am. Maybe you see some broken up part of me that you can't possibly fathom. I've become healed. You know what I'm saying? That's you turning your life around. And San, you are done putting yourself in a position where you can't get out of a certain kind of situation in your life. You've kind of gotten in this situation before. You've been in this situation over and over and over again, and you're tired of living through the same old crap. Well, you put yourself in your own self-imposed prison. You gave yourself a sentence, and maybe it's getting close to parole day in your mind. Or maybe you're finally giving yourself permission to move on and move forward and move your life into more positive directions. Now, my brother did do an actual crime in this world that I'm not proud to say he did. He's not proud to say he did. He did have to go pay the price of dealing some kind of time, but it wasn't as harsh as some people would normally get. He got a lot lighter sentence than most people, but what he did get was what he needed because it woke his butt up. It woke him to finally realize that the thing he was doing to himself was hurting himself more than he was hurting anybody else, not more than the person he had caused harm to, of course, but as much harm as he did to that person, he did to himself as well. And he had to learn a lesson. He went and did something really wrong. He paid the price for what he did. He had to use the time that he was being given in there to change his life from being the way he was living to now living a new, different way of being. It woke him up so bad that he said, I will never put myself in a position where I will think like that again, do that to my life again. I'm never going to become that evil ever again. It's what he said to himself. So he changed his life around and become more of a positive person. Found a woman who could love him even despite his crime. Even though they're still working on a lot of relationship issues, it's a positive relationship rather than a negative one. It's more of the best possible outcome he could have versus what I feel he needs. That's on what my brain thinks of. What he actually needs, that's on him in his life. I can't do anything for him other than be that supportive brother who hopes that he's living the best life he can live. That's all that I can do from here. Okay? Now he has to live that life and make his life be better. He learned how to come up for that life breath air again. Living every day as if it was going to be better, that he could change it to become better. He took the breath of life back into his lungs again and started living life. He had to move on from even though harm he did, he had to find a way to move forward by committing to do something positive in spite of what he did negatively. Then he had to around himself inside to allow himself the emotional freedom to let all of these bad emotions out. To go talk to somebody and go get experiences from other people who have already been through what he'd been through, who just made one dumb mistake. And that's basically what he did. He made one dumb mistake, but he still should have known better. Now he turned his life around to being one of a better life. And now he lives every day re-embracing his true feelings for this world. And what he's done, he's honored that mistake he made. He doesn't forget that. He honors that by trying to live a more positive life. And can he ever make up for it? Probably not. Not in a lot of people's minds he can't. But he's trying to do the best he can with what he can do. You know, I can't say he'll ever earn forgiveness, but that's on him and his higher power and all the other people involved to decide. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where you're going with this whole situation too there, Sen. You know, as this whole situation with your mom is, you have to decide, is the situation you're in more of a cage that you don't feel like you can get out of anymore? That there's only so much more left you can do? You know what's coming. The only thing left for you to do is give yourself permission to let yourself off the hook and just be there for the remainder of what you can be there for. You can't support anymore. We need to support ourselves because what your mom really wants is for you to be good, healthy, happy, and supported yourself. Her days are done. You know, and I hate to be that person who says that that's what's coming for you, but I think if it doesn't resolve on its own, there will come something that will move it from, there's only so much you will be able to do. The decision will be taken out of your hands, one way or the other. Either the universe will come and say, bye, Mom, or maybe she'll get taken to a facility where she has to be taken care of and you don't have a choice of how she's being taken care of because the state does it or something like that, or whatever. Your region or laws or whatever. Now, here are your God cards there, Sen. And I think that's about right. You need to throw away what's not working in your life now, but don't just throw it away. Use it to your advantage by turning it into the fertilizer that is going to make your world grow somewhere in the future. So even if this is going to be a difficult time for us, and I've been in the same position you are, I was in Minnesota, she was in Florida. I couldn't get to her within the 3 days before she passed away. I couldn't have gotten to her. I was in a hospital where I couldn't get out of for even after. I had 2 more days to go, so even on the day she died, I wouldn't have been able to get there in time to do anything. Okay, I would have had to not go into the hospital. That's what would have had to happen. Because basically, the day I went in is the day I found out something was going on with my mom's heart. And then 3 days later, just as I was about to be let out, I get the news my mom died, and they keep me 1 extra day for safety. Talk about having the worst day ever, right? But it changed my outlook on my world. I tried to honor what my mom taught me. I tried to honor what I've been trying to teach myself. I took what was the best parts of what I had learned, and I used it as my fertilizer to grow something better in my future. I found that home within myself because I was ready to finally accept that what my life really was brilliantly, beautifully great. The best it could ever be. I had a home. I had a wife. I had friends. I had family. I was getting along with money. I wasn't on the street fighting for food. Blah, 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 blah. All the bad things you can say in your head. I had a safe place to come home to. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to discover the home within yourself and what to throw into that compost pile to make your garden grow. That's what they're telling you to do there, Sen, with your mom and all of that. So what would be the best possible outcome for everybody? What relieves some of the pressure off of you, but makes mom a safe place where if something should to happen, it's not on you to decide it anymore, blah, 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 blah. And you know that this has been coming for a while. I don't know if it's going to be this year or not, but it feels like it's coming sooner than later. That's all I know. Sooner than later. Before you know it, you'll turn around and go, that was fast. That's all I know. So heal what you can heal, forgive what you can forgive, and what you can't, let it go with the rest of the shit you need to let go of. All right, Serenity, it's your turn. 420 day, and we are getting ready for a little bit of Toki time here. We are 420 today there, Serenity, just to let you know. So, you know how it works. You know what to do and say when you're ready. You'll do it. I'm going to load the monkey up. I'm going to have myself a monkey hit with you guys. So, we're going to have a brass monkey hit for all of those smokers and tokers out there in the world. So, if anybody else out there wants to join me here, please go grab your green. And here we go. Brass monkey hit. There we go. All right. Here we go. We're redeeming 420 and the brass monkey hit here before we do Serenity's 6 and 6 reading and just a general. All right, Serenity. Let's get to it. Before I do anything else now we'll wait for the appropriate 11:20 here, and we'll do our last joint for today. And now, here are your 6 official shuffles, Serenity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th card is General reading for Serenity. What does Serenity need to hear today? All right, Serenity. Now that we're getting these cards all straightened out here for you to read them. So, Serenity. The great, brilliant part of the life that you are living right now and getting to do some of the stuff that you are getting to do, it seems like you had to destroy one world to create a new world. It's not half wrong there. It felt like there was one portion of your life that kind of had to end and you had to move on from. I hope that your last meeting went well. I hope that I hope that you did go. I hope that it did feel a fulfilling experience for you. I know the last time we were talking, you were thinking of going to this event. I hope that you did get what you were seeking out of that event. I felt like, so that's kind of what I'm saying. But you're happy about it. You're kind of creating this new world, and I'm kind of feeling this joy. Okay, there we go. In that heart, you still feel like you have a couple of those fires to put out. You're still working on putting out some of the old fires, but you're working on that. You're not just sitting there waiting for them to come back and haunt you. You're trying to find a way to extinguish them once and for all so they don't come back and do that to you again. Yeah, and that's basically what you're saying is I need to end that era. I need to focus on the fire that's in front of me. Now I've got that new path. Now I've got a fire in front of me. I need to concentrate on that fire and start to cherish what I do create now. Now I need to cherish what I put in front of my own eyes. What I see my life becoming, I need to start to learn to love it, live it, breathe it, all of that stuff. Learn how to look it in the eye as if it was my one true love, staring back at me saying, I love you. And accepting that is exactly what I needed to hear. That is what you're going through, is getting that back in return from the universe. That loving feeling is building up. And reminding you of your own power, reminding you just how powerful your shields are, how much power you do wield. You have a power of you. You have a power and the serenity of the wind song within your heart. You are the gale force winds. You are the thing that allows the sleet to get even close to you in the first place. Without your wind blowing at a very cold temperature, that water does not freeze and become sleet. So you know what you're creating in your own world. Sometimes you are the one who has to be the sleet, not necessarily the person protecting yourself from the sleet. You have to be the thing that people are aware of and have to protect themselves from. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, is it's a time for me to own my own protection, that I don't need your help or protection to do this, that I own my own power, that I put my own cloak of armor back on, that I'm responsible for my own path kind of a deal by putting down new found path. Maybe I destroyed part of the world that I used to love to do it, but I'm happier now than I have ever been. I still have some things I have left to put out there, but I'm finishing that up so that I can start to cherish the life I am building now, so that I can be the person who is protected because I am the one who's in control of that world right now. And that's why the sleet card's popping up again for you. It's all about you owning that you are both the sleet and you are also the thing keeping the sleet out. You know what I'm saying? You're the sleeve. You're the barrier and you're also the sleet happening to the world. So it's kind of a weird mix of letting it happen to yourself kind of a deal. Anyway, I need a real cigarette right now.